Hello friends, I'm going to give you a demonstration of how to refill distilled water in your home inverter battery. So I have here a luminous inverter battery, and be it Exide, Luminous or any other brand, the process of refilling the water will be same. And depending on the size of the battery, you may have less or more terminals where you have to refill the water, so that you don't have to worry about, as long as you know these are the terminal where you have to refill the water. That's fine. And make sure while you refilling the water, a battery is in charging mode. I will tell you why it is important to refill the water, because there are certain plates inside the battery, and if the water level has gone down, it may spoil those plates with the heat, and your inverter will start giving a less backup. So these are some of the problems where those will be the indicator the water level may be very less. How can you identify if the water level is less or more? So these are the indicators you can see on each terminal. So indicator at this level mean there's sufficient water. Even if it's low, that's still fine. But if the indicator has gone to this red mark, that mean there's no water and we need to refill the water immediately. So you can see in my inverter all this indicator has gone down, so I am going to refill this water. And before we do that, I also want to tell you one thing, that make sure that you only refill distilled water, which is meant for specifically for batteries, and don't go for regular water or probably boiled water or RO water that people do suggest, but I don't suggest. So it doesn't cost much. One bottle is 15-20 rupees, not more than that. So go for distilled water. But before you start refilling water, just make sure you clean top surface properly, so that any dust while refilling this water must not go or should not go inside your battery, which probably will cause further problems or will spoil the life of the battery. So clean it properly, guys. I'm using this brush. You can use any other, maybe cloth or piece, but make sure don't touch this terminal. You may get a shock otherwise. Okay, so once you're done with the cleaning, then you can carefully open these knobs one by one, and make sure you don't take care you don't spoil or spill this water on your clothes. It may be a little harmful to the clothes, as the battery water is a little acidic. Okay, so you close one by one, and okay, here we are done with opening all the terminals, and now we'll start with filling the water inside these terminals. Okay, I'm going to take the help of this small mug here, so that while I'm putting the water through a bottle, it must not probably spill over. So slowly you go with all other terminal. Make sure that you don't spill the water near a terminal. It may, as I said earlier, create sparks or harm. Yeah, make sure you don't over fill these terminals, because when water starts charging and heating, so this water will boil, and if there is no sufficient headroom, then probably there will be a sort of unwanted leakage. Or you can see some of these are example where probably in earlier phase the water was overfilled. And make sure once you are done with refilling the water, clean this surface with the probably cloth or any other sponge before you start closing the terminals. Yeah, so make sure you clean it properly, and with sponge or any sort of piece of cloth should be fine. Because once you close the lids, you will not be able to clean this space properly. So this is where I recommend to make sure that you clean it before you close those terminals. Okay, so now you can see this is properly clean. We can now close these terminals one by one. The process is same, so you go any one of them and close one by one. Okay, and here you can see that the indicator level has gone up. And the last one, make sure while you clean them, tight them properly, and don't break these nozzles. So guys, I think that's it, and I will just probably show you the effect of this indicator. You can see all of these indicators are showing near to green, so that means we have sufficient water in this battery now, for which should be fine. If in the summer you should check maybe once in a 2 month or 3 month, based on the consumption and based on the electricity outage, etc. So keep checking this indicator whether they are on the green side or on the red side. At the moment you find them they're on the red side, you have to refill the water again in the same process. Okay, that's it. Thank you.